amongst other things, he arranged for a call from London this morning with Bernie Ecclestone, who is the man that makes decisions for Formula One. And he made the arrangements for me to be talking to him just before we started this meeting here. And Bernie asked me to bring to all of you interested in this program here that he really was excited about handing this off to Tavo, because he said, I've known Tavo since he was a kid, and he said he is just lives this business. So we do have a great connection there, and there were a lot of people in the entertainment and sporting world that raised an eyebrow when it was announced that the races from 2012 through the next 10 years would be staged in Texas and in the Austin area. We have understood, we've been working with Tavo and Bobby and his investment group for the last 6 or 7 weeks. We have learned what they have done to get this up to this point. And keep in mind, as all of us are so excited about this, that we still have many challenges, and we will be trying to wade through those to get to the finish line, because at the end of the day, that's what all of us are for. I just want to touch on a few of the people that are really going to be important to us as we go forward. And then, in fact, all that I mentioned have been very important in us and as to how we get here. First, I have family members here, and I would like for them to stand and you to recognize our family members who are here. I'm talking about blood family members who are here. If you would stand, please, and we'd like to recognize you for being here. I think Charlene's still married to me. The big redhead on the aisle draws special mention because he's in school here, and believe it or not, the Macomb School, and he just finished his first year over there in the business school. Also, I think we got some UT officials here. Did DeLoss or Will get over here? Here they are right back in the back. Let's give them a big hand for what they've brought to us. DeLoss, as you know, has been well recognized as the outstanding athletic director in the country. To me, he's really more than that. He's guided people's lives here for more than 25 years and has had such an impact on so many people through our athletic program. Obviously, we all like to talk about our football program, but we could just as well talk about all the other programs within the athletic department. And over the last 10 years, DeLoss and his staff, with the aid of the administration at the university, have, as you're well aware, living here in Austin, virtually rebuilt all of our athletic facilities, and we continue to improve in the areas that they operate in. And I'm very glad to have been a part of that. It's to me, always, this university means so much to all the people in Texas and indeed out of the state. But from border to border in this state, this university has a great impact on our great state. DeLoss, I will touch on the event side. We are fortunate in San Antonio to have staged a number of national events, and DeLoss has been at the front of many of those, particularly involving the Alamo Bowl, involving everything that involves the NCAA. And he just delivered that to us, and no later than 6 or 7 weeks ago, I had a call from the Steinbrenner group, and George Steinbrenner became a very good friend of mine when he was on the Olympic Committee. And George Steinbrenner was the one that convinced me, and then I convinced the other people in San Antonio that we had to have a venue there that we could stage events. And from that, the Alamo Dome was built. But as just recently, where DeLoss came to my aid was I got a call, and one of Steinbrenner's leading people said, George asked me to call you this morning because he would like to stage a bowl game here around the first of the year, and he wants to use a Big 12 team and a Big East team. And he really wants teams from that conference. And he's gotten tacit approval from the Big East, but he's kind of bogged down at the Big 12. And George said, see if you could help us. I immediately called DeLoss, and DeLoss said, well, I don't really have any opposition to it. I just don't really see what it really brings to the conference or something like that. And I said, well, I can tell you it will bring a lot to the conference. It'd be the first football classic staged in this tremendous facility in New York, and blah, blah, blah. And DeLoss said, do you think it's good for us? And I said, I think it is. And he said, well, okay, let me see. Well, in about 20 minutes, I heard back from Steinbrenner's staff, and they were jumping through hoops. I said, my God, within half an hour, they called and said, send all the information and documentation, and we'll try to get this put together. But I just mention these anecdotes because DeLoss carries so much credibility throughout the athletic world, and indeed the academic world, that sometimes we just don't pay the respect that we should. So DeLoss, another big hand for you. It has been announced that the state of Texas will be playing very significant roles in this, and I'm really happy to say that Susan Combs, who's been an ardent supporter of this, I have not personally talked to Susan about this project until just about 10 minutes ago before we started the program, but I know that she is here this morning. So Susan, if you'll stand, we'll give you a big hand. Susan, in working with the TAVO, recognized, as she said early on, that this is such a huge economic development project. Now, we know that it is, but not all people who are outside the sports arena really know what these mean, and this worldwide type project like this, what it means to the people of the state of Texas. Also, we're going to be in, looks pretty well certain, not totally certain, but it looks like we're going to be out in the Del Valle